How does gene therapy treat hearing loss? Imagine a tiny repair kit that can fix the genetic instructions causing hearing problems. That's essentially what gene therapy aims to do for certain types of hearing loss. It works by targeting the root cause, which is often a mutation or defect in specific genes that are vital for hearing. Many hereditary or congenital forms of deafness happen because these genes don't produce the right proteins or are missing altogether. The process involves delivering healthy copies of these genes directly into the inner ear cells. This is usually done through a minimally invasive surgical procedure where a small instrument is inserted into the cochlea, the part of the inner ear responsible for hearing. The delivery is often done using a harmless virus called a viral vector, which acts as a delivery vehicle. The virus is engineered to carry the correct gene and is injected through the round window membrane, a tiny membrane that connects the middle ear to the cochlea. Once inside, the virus releases the healthy gene into the cells, allowing them to produce the necessary proteins to function properly. For example, mutations in the gene called OTOF can cause a type of genetic deafness, where sound signals are not properly transmitted from the sensory cells in the cochlea to the auditory nerve. In gene therapy targeting OTOF, a functional copy of the gene is injected into the cochlea. This helps the sensory cells respond normally to sound and send signals to the brain, potentially restoring hearing. There are different strategies used depending on the genetic issue. One approach is gene replacement, where defective or missing genes are replaced with healthy ones using viral vectors. Another is gene suppression, which reduces the activity of harmful gene variants. A third method is gene editing, which uses advanced tools like CRISPR to correct mutations directly in the DNA. Gene therapy is still mainly in the experimental stage but offers hope for a future where hearing loss caused by genetics can be reversed. Unlike cochlear implants, which bypass damaged parts of the ear, gene therapy aims to repair or restore the ear's natural ability to hear. It requires careful genetic testing to identify the specific mutation because over 250 genes can be involved in hereditary hearing loss. The delivery process involves delicate surgical techniques to access the cochlea, often using an endoscope and a fine probe to inject the therapy through the round window membrane. After treatment, patients are closely monitored for any side effects and undergo hearing tests to see if their hearing improves. However, there are challenges to overcome. Some genes are too large to fit into the viral vectors used for delivery. Ensuring the therapy lasts long enough to be effective is another hurdle. The complex structure of the inner ear and the interactions between sensory cells and nerve fibers also make it difficult to develop a one-size-fits-all solution. Additionally, manufacturing and regulatory approval processes are still being refined for widespread clinical use. In summary, gene therapy offers a promising way to treat certain hereditary forms of hearing loss by fixing the genetic errors that cause it. It's a personalized approach that could one day restore natural hearing, reducing reliance on devices like hearing aids or cochlear implants. But since it is still under research and clinical trials, anyone interested should consult with healthcare professionals and genetic counselors to explore the best options based on their individual diagnosis.